Now it's time to see who has the heart.
If you put your effort and concentration into playing to your potential, to be the best that you can be, I don't care what the scoreboard says at the end of the game, in my book, we're going to be winners.
This is your time. Now go out there and take it.
Everybody grab it out there. Nobody tackle. Just grab it, everybody. Grab. Nobody tackle.
Welcome to Applebee's Tailgate Talk. Don't go away. We'll be right back. Come see all your friends at Applebee's in Athens, Highway 72 West, just off I-65. 12 minutes guaranteed or it's free Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. 7 items to choose from. Can't make it for lunch? Visit them for happy hour, 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. or late night. Half-price appetizers with beverage purchase, 6 appetizers to choose from. One of your favorite teams is sure to be playing on the big screen, too. See you tomorrow at Applebee's Neighborhood Grill, Highway 72 Athens, just off I-65. Daily and Son Car Care is Ardmore's only one-stop auto repair and tire shop. Whether it's major mechanic or brake work or routine maintenance like an oil change or lube job, Daily and Son Car Care has been satisfying customers all over with their fast and friendly service. They're also your headquarters for quality Cooper tires. Stop by and see Wayne, Nikki, or Dale at 25600 Main Street in Ardmore, Tennessee, or call them at 931-427-4651. They're on Facebook, too. Daily and Son Car Care, open Monday through Friday, 7:30 till 5, and Saturday, 7:30 till noon.
Home security is not what it used to be. With Secure Connect and smart home integration features, you can unlock your doors and turn off your alarm from your smart home app. No more hiding a key under a rock. Get Secure Connect and live life connected. Call Ardmore Telephone Company at 800-830-9946 to secure your home today.
When things go wrong, State Farm is here to help life go right. And Agent Michael Howell is the one who can help get things back on track. See Michael for your auto, home, life, health, property, and business insurance, and be ready for those unexpected twists that life throws at you. Ask about banking and annuities, too. Call State Farm Agent Michael Howell at 232-5400. Visit him online at michaelhowell.net or go see him at 903 South Clinton Street in Athens. State Farm Agent Michael Howell. There when things go wrong, here to help life go right. Now on a platform near you, the only year-round weekly podcast covering the Huntsville Havoc, the Wreakin' Havoc Podcast. News, interviews, and more. Dropping every Thursday, we'll just reek of the Huntsville Havoc. Check us out on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and listen, follow, and subscribe on your favorite platform via the PAS Plus app and online at wreakinhavoc.com.
This is head football coach Jonathan Snyder of Ardmore High School, and you're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
Good Saturday morning and welcome to Applebee's Tailgate Talk. Ladies and gentlemen, Tom McClung here, Old Tom Cat alongside Tojo J. Vassar, Todd the Talent, also known as the Bod, Tomlin, producer extraordinaire Tim Lambert. We're live here in the Applebee's studios in Athens, Alabama. Look for us on Facebook at Applebee's Tailgate Talk and on Instagram or X at Tailgate Talk AL. Visit us online at tailgatetalk.net to get scores and archives of past shows. You can also vote on this week's Athlete of the Week poll and enter nominations for future polls, as well as find the links to download the PAS Plus app for your Android or iOS devices. Follow the Tailgate Talk podcast on iTunes, Amazon, Pandora, iHeart, and other popular platforms. Hear us on your Alexa device by saying, Alexa, open PAS Plus. You reckon she still has a hard time with Southern accent, or have y'all tried it lately?
She does, man. I don't know.
I haven't tried.
Google does. Like, what are you saying? I don't understand reading.
Call or text us during the show at area code 256-8121-TGT. Area code 256-812-1848. Our calling guests come via the First National Bank hotline, making communities great. And the special guest segment is sponsored by Yellowhammer Roofing. And if any of this wind has knocked off your shingles and the rain is coming through, Yellowhammer Roofing.
Love it.
I love it as well. Hey, guys and girls and gals and dudes and dudettes, we got a good show today.
Yeah.
It's raining outside. Why not stay home and listen to the radio? You know what I'm saying? It's my figure. Coach.
That's what I did last night.
Is that what you did last night? Yeah.
Hung out at the house and watched football online.
Oh, it's lovely. It's lovely. I love it. Brick Pugh, head coach of the Clements Colts, will be joining us. Shelby Davis, head coach of the West Limestone Wildcats, will join us. Chad McGehee, I think, is this his first time this year to join us?
Yeah.
James Clemens Jets, he'll be joining us online, the First National Bank hotline, making communities great. Logan Bourandas, Trash Pandas media relations.
The last weekend.
The last weekend, yep. Yep, last weekend.
Raining.
And AP Steadham, Swami of the SEC. Saw AP last Saturday in the press box and in the press room.
Name dropping on us.
He's in Columbia today, I think.
Is he in Columbia?
Oh, is he?
Yeah, LSU,
Cool.
South Carolina.
Oh, man.
Did y'all see any game day this morning? That crowd was.
Yeah, I did. Did you see any of the signs?
I did. I took a picture of it.
Did
saw
you
the
really?
same sign I did. I was gonna show y'all. I'm glad you brought that up. Yeah. Signs were interesting.
Signs were interesting in Columbia, South Carolina. We'll just leave it at that.
Yeah.
That's a nice stadium. I've been there.
Is it really?
Yeah.
I've never been, but I'd love to.
The thing about it is it's right off the interstate, so it's easy to
Easy in, easy out.
I love the story they did about the sandstorm dance and all that. And they're like, now you can't even go to weddings. You can't go to any kind of like formal thing without the sandstorm,
Really?
South Carolina dance being dropped, and I mean, that thing took a mind of its own, I guess, and just went.
Some things do that.
Yeah.
That's for sure. Well, ladies and gentlemen, while we have a moment, let's toss it over to producer extraordinaire for
Scores and more.
Okay, well, last night was a wet one for our local football teams. James Clemens defeated Huntsville 32-7. That was a not some
that was
much
a surprise to me.
It wasn't
because
to me.
I thought Huntsville would give them a game. You know what I'm saying? I thought it'd been closer.
for you folks out there. I'm just staring at him.
Yeah. We can't catch that on the radio, but yeah.
No, Huntsville is. They were just no.
Outmatched.
No, they. I mean, they had some. I think they beat Grissom. Let's see. I think they were 3-0.
Yeah.
So they beat like May Jemison.
Right.
Okay.
Grissom.
Well, I didn't know. I just thought they're good at basketball, so I thought they might have been good at football. So I thought it might have been a pretty good.
Well,
pretty good game.
it was sloppy on both sides.
Where'd they play? I'm sorry.
At Madison City.
But I ain't taking nothing away from Chad and his bunch. They did a great
No.
job.
It was no. Yeah, it was
what was that score again?
32-7.
Yeah.
Oh,
James Clemens.
Gotcha.
Let's see. Rogers defeated Clements 28-7. It was West Limestone over Danville 19-6. Lexington handed Tanner another loss, 55-0. Russellville 52, East Limestone 6. It was Fairview over Ardmore. Ardmore lost its first game, 28-6, and Colbert Heights defeated Elkmont 23-6.
Rough night for the county.
I don't think we're going to talk to Coach Schneider today, but that big old boy from Fairview, number 14 in the backfield.
Harper, yeah. He could fly.
And he's like
Big.
6 foot, 220 pounds, man.
And the thing would hurt Ardmore, too, they had a lot of penalties.
Did he?
Yeah. And
it seemed like turnovers were
they
a big
get
thing.
positive yardage and have to bring it back.
And
Yeah.
See, it would have been a bigger difference in the James Clemens game because they had at least one touchdown callback. They had several penalties and turnovers too.
That's what makes for long games.
So we know Beanie helps with West Limestone. He said every stitch of clothes he had was soaked. Even his rain jacket was soaked.
Really?
Everything.
Tom, you've been calling all the Tanner games this year.
I called 2 of them.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but has Tanner scored this year?
They had one opportunity to score.
One.
Have they? They
scored
one?
7 in their first game against Ardmore. Since then,
Okay, my bad.
Wow.
So yeah, once.
Bless their heart.
But they had an opportunity against Winston County, and the kid was behind the defense. The ball went through his hands.
So anyway, coming up, we'll be at the Ardmore Car Show.
What
I
day?
think that's in October.
Oh, okay, so not next week.
No, it's not next week. And so there you go. That's Scores and More, brought to you by P4 Physical Therapy, delivering world-class outpatient care with a purpose. Visit them on Facebook or online at p4physicaltherapy.com.
And it usually rains at the Ardmore Car Show.
Either that or it's 120 degrees.
It
with
was
100%
well. I remember,
humidity.
back when, several years ago, Zach used to always talk about it. I mean, it was chilly whenever
Well, it's that time of
show
year.
up
You
there.
don't know. It could be 40. It could be 80.
I mean, I'd show up there without a jacket and then,
When the wind wind start blowing through you.
So I got on britches today. I don't remember everywhere britches, but I'm getting old, y'all. My blood just don't flow, and I'm just it's horrible. I'm purple because I'm cold.
What you got on?
I feel your pain.
Britches?
Britches.
Britches,
No.
okay.
Long pants for those that don't know what britches
Don't know what
are.
britches are.
But he's not getting too big for him, though.
No, he's not too big for him.
Now,
Not too big for my britches.
I was wondering about y'all last night because, it was y'all. It was James Clemens' home game. And I didn't know how big the press box was because I know the Huntsville has their own guys.
Yeah.
And I didn't know if they had enough room for y'all up there, and it was outside and raining and all that. I didn't know what they do.
Yeah, James Clemens put a canopy up on the visitor side, and so that's where they set up.
Oh, wow.
I mean, there's 4 of us, so that pretty much fills up the press box
and it's
on the
cramped.
home side.
Kind of. I mean, it's,
Yeah, well, since Austin knocked off part of the desktop, it's not quite so crowded.
Okay.
There's
That'll
enough
free
room
up
for
room.
my laptop and my stuff in the corner, and
that's
then
it.
Like down there at Clements, right? Just no room on that.
But when they built that stadium, I mean, it's a very nice stadium. We've all been to
Madison County, yeah. Madison City, yeah.
Holy smoke, y'all can't throw a few bucks to put a press box on the opposite side for those kind of things, or
For those
even
people on the
expand
opposite
the
side.
one that you've got.
Exactly,
I mean,
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
it was
well,
their
there's-
money, not mine. I'm usually spend other people's money.
Yeah,
but
well, Clay Coleman does all the
announce.
jumbotron and PA stuff there, and
He's
told me he's heard, huh?
He's still doing the announcing too.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. He's told me he's heard some
Rumblings.
rumors about some, improvements. And so. I mean, I tell you what, they got that new jumbotron up there this year. He's got it looking and sounding like a Havoc game because he's using some of those videos.
Yeah.
That the screaming goat, and some of those other get loud.
He's
good, man.
He is so
He
good
is
at what
good.
he does. He can get you fired up. You could be playing 8-year-old baseball or something, and he'd have you rooting hard for one team or another, just depending on
absolutely.
who he's promoting.
And there's one there. I mentioned the penalties. There were some questionable ones. He's got one of this referee, but it's like he's talking to the camera, but then you got the Charlie Brown teacher voice coming out, and then the shot of John Belushi from Animal House with that look on his face, like
really?
What?
Yeah, well,
Then back to the referee.
That's awesome.
Clay
We were
gets-
wondering how long he'd be able to use that one.
Yeah.
Clay's got too much time on his hands.
I don't
Go through all
know.
those
I don't know.
Because he don't sleep.
That's
I
probably
say
right.
he is into everything. Oh man! So
Be long, and it'll be time for him to be coming back on every week.
I know, right? Looking forward to that.
yeah. Well, let's see.
First game,
October, right?
2, 3. Yeah,
October
About
25th,
2, 3
first home
weeks.
game, I think.
Yeah. So, well, I mean, they're playing on the road before that, and then they got a pregame or preseason game too.
How is your podcast going, by the way?
I was going real good.
Is it?
So I'm telling you,
I need to
promote him.
Especially with Eli.
We had Eli Gold on.
Yeah.
Get
this
back.
week. Yeah.
Well, you suck.
And well,
I'm just saying.
Laura did it.
yeah,
That's all I was
Laura
doing.
Pitt. She's at Jacksonville State. She's a librarian there. He's there too.
Yeah.
So
He's the voice of
he
the
So,
Gamecock.
so he's the voice of Jack State now. Okay,
yeah,
cool. I
yeah.
didn't know that.
He's going to be doing football, baseball, basketball.
good for
Good
him.
for
But
him, man.
she talked to him. She said, "I've been trying for 6 months to get you," and he said, "Well, I'm not that easy to, I'm not that hard to find. I got a website, But anyway, through channels, she finally got
That's
him on.
awesome.
But all she talked to him mostly was about his early days calling hockey. So it would fit in with the Wreaking Havoc
Yeah.
the podcast.
That's awesome.
And so, yeah, that was.
I mean, that man
was
is
pretty
probably
neat. So I
between
said,
hockey,
now
NASCAR.
maybe we
Yeah.
can get him on here to talk
Yeah,
about.
that opens the door.
Yeah,
Avenue.
hopefully.
And,
That'd be good.
And who would have thought, 17 and a half years ago, which now he does the Rich Rodriguez show.
Yeah.
radio show.
Yeah.
He could have been doing it in Tuscaloosa.
I know, right?
Yeah, Rich Rod, there's a story came. Rich Rod was on a podcast or his radio show, I guess, the other day, and he basically kind of threw it out to Alabama about, hey, you know what? Let's go ahead and play, man. Let's go ahead and schedule. I'll be glad to come down there.
I saw that. He
said, y'all can pay me $2 million. Well, heck, we'll play Saturday and Sunday. You can beat our brains out. I'll even say roll tide. Just bring me down, you know.
He wants that cash.
He wants that cash. You know, that's how you build your programs up, though, right?
I talked to Eli one time in the infield at Talladega,
awesome.
and a buddy of mine wanted his autograph on my hot pass or whatever you call it, and I said, Eli, did you give an Auburn fan a autograph? I said, it's for my buddy. He says, yeah, sure, like that. And he said, so you're not an Alabama fan? I said, no. It ain't personal. And the guys with me all started laughing. It's not personal.
See, I would have said it was personal.
Yeah,
when I was 4 years old,
and
an Auburn fan pushed me down in the store, and I vowed to never. Of course, that didn't happen.
That didn't happen. But that's good.
Revenge on the Tigers for the rest of my earthly life.
Gosh, there's no telling what will come out of our mouths, ladies and gentlemen, here on Applebee's Tailgate Talk. But one thing we got to do right now is take a break. We're just getting started. You're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk on WKHC, the Big 1080.
Hear Applebee's Tailgate Talk on your Alexa device by saying, Alexa, open PAS Plus, and hear it in crystal clear quality. Applebee's Tailgate Talk will be right back. P4 Therapy is an outpatient provider offering community-based care with a unique partnership model that allows them to consistently deliver world-class outpatient care, emphasizing personalized hands-on treatment. Whether it's orthopedic, physical, geriatric, or manual therapy, sports or neuro rehab, telehealth, or most any type of muscle or joint pain, P4 Physical Therapy promises to treat you with integrity, compassion, faithfulness, and selflessness. Locations in northern Alabama and southern Tennessee. Look for them on Facebook or online at p4physicaltherapy.com.
From day one, First National Bank has been built on a strong foundation of community first. First to lend a helping hand, first to help with community events and fundraisers, first to support local students, athletic programs, and civic organizations, first to support events like United Way, Relay for Life, and many more charitable events, and most importantly, working for our great community. Without you, there'd be no First National Bank. Making communities great together, that's what we strive for.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Your roof is the first line of defense for your home. Do you have water stains on your ceiling, paint peeling off your walls, shingles missing? It's probably time for you to get your free roof inspection. Locally owned and operated, licensed, and insured, Yellowhammer Roofing is the Yellowhammer State hometown team. Yellowhammer Roofing. Let our family protect what's most important to you, your family. 256-232-1933 or online at yellowhammerroofing.com.
Second 11 from the 31. Two receivers right, three left. Back to throw. He throws across the middle. Touchdown!
Join us this football season for Limestone County football, streamed right to your computer or mobile device on the Play Action Sports app. You can also hear it on your Amazon Echo by saying, Alexa, open Play Action Sports. Listen for the replay of select games Sunday afternoons on WKAC and download each game from the archives anytime you want. Also available on all major podcast platforms and in the podcast section of the Play Action Sports app. Limestone County football from Play Action Sports.
Hey, this is Matt Smith, head coach at Tanner High School, and you're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Applebee's Tailgate Talk. We got to fill time, and old Tomcat says, I got plenty to fill time with. Hey, guess what? Peyton Thorne's not starting quarterback today at Auburn.
But it's about time.
About daggone time. Hank Brown is the quarterback starter. Now, listen, everybody says, you know, Hank Brown may be the savior. He may not be. But I tell you what advantages he's got. He had Trent Dilfer coaching him in high school up there at Lipscomb, right?
That's a big deal.
Coach Freeze had him recruited to Liberty, committed to Liberty.
Yeah.
And then
And he
when
followed
Coach
him.
Freeze got to Auburn, he got him to follow him.
So they
to
obviously had a very good relationship.
There has been, a very good relationship. And honestly, Coach Freeze has a good relationship with Peyton. And I saw it. I was in the media room last Saturday after the game. And Coach, he knew, you could look at him, and he knew changes are going to have to be made. They said that was the shortest media
Oh, really?
interview ever with Coach Freeze. He's usually good to talk about.
I mean, you were down there. Was it? I mean, and obviously he's struggling, but I mean, what about the line? I mean, was he given? Did you feel like he was given plenty of time to do what he needed to do, and he just wasn't able to do it? And I mean, you know what I mean?
Peyton's locking in.
Can't do that.
He's locking in. He locked in on Cam Coleman. He had wide receivers open.
All right, here's my take with that. What you think?
Yeah.
Coleman hurts his shoulder trying to get out, and they won't take him out.
Right.
Fall down.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But everybody,
Yeah.
that's a brand new freshman not realizing that you can do that.
And what's the play? Peyton tries to throw it his way. He can't jump up there because of his shoulder.
Yeah, 50-50 ball.
He's looking at Freeze. I need out. And
Yeah.
keep going.
Yeah.
I'd have fell down on my knees.
Fell down on the ground.
Yeah.
And flopped even.
Yeah.
I mean, it
Like
might
somebody
have been
individual.
it might have been a false start, but
Yeah.
you know, he's hurt.
Yeah, he was hurt. But I have got something brand new that I've started. Okay, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah,
if you're
talk about
interested.
it. Yeah.
I don't know.
AP's on.
Oh, AP's on the phone.
Oh, okay.
We'll save that for another time then. You say when, Tim?
When, Tim?
When, Tim?
When, Tim?
Yes. There he is. I hear the laughter. Ladies and gentlemen, our Swami of the SEC. You know him. You love him. Mr. AP Steadham.
Hey, good morning. Good morning. So glad to be in Applebee's Tailgate Talk, WKAC 1080 AM, Athens, Alabama.
Where are you this morning, my brother?
I'm right close to Winston-Salem, North Carolina. I'm on my way about 10 miles from the campus of Wake Forest University.
You're going to Wake? Oh,
And
cool.
See the Ole Miss team play for the first time in person. Looking forward to that game. Be tonight. Yeah.
Did you stay in Mayberry, Mount Airy, North Carolina? It's just right over there next to it.
I didn't. I didn't stay over there. I actually stayed over near Raleigh, Durham.
Okay, I was going to say if
you could have stayed in Mayberry, Barney could have protected
if
you.
you was going to
B
stay,
could have fed you.
You going to stay in Mount Airy? You let me know, buddy. I hooked you up with a free hotel room. That's how that works.
Go sit hey to Goober.
Yeah,
Goober said hey.
Goober would have gave you some gas. You'd have been good.
That's right.
He could have went to Morelli's up in Mount Pilot.
We could have went. They got good Chinese food up there.
That would have been sweet. That would have been sweet.
No, I work in Mount Airy. I've been working in Mount Airy for the last 8 or 9 years, and I know half the town out there right now, just about. But the guy I work with knows 90% of the town. Anyway, that's enough about me and Mount Airy. Let's talk about you and what AP's got going on.
Yeah, we been doing our video show of AP and Kelly as we see it, so people can watch us on our YouTube channel. We have one for the show, AP and Kelly as we see it, and then my personal one at AP Steadham. And then I have a new show called AP and DP, SEC ACC Conference Coverage with my friend Doug Parrish, who played defensive back at University of California, so they're in the ACC now.
Okay.
And then we're going to have one other really special show. We're going to make an announcement this week. People are really going to like this. It's a podcast with a player, and I think people are going to like this.
Wow. Was Doug Parrish the African-American gentleman that sit next to you up there on the tier above me? They're from California?
He was, yes, that's correct. That's right, Doug, yes.
He had his wife and his kid in there, right? Is that the...
He had a lady friend and his daughter there, sure did.
Okay, lady friend, and okay, got you. All right. So I didn't know... I remember you saying a friend of yours was going to be there, and I saw him. I saw him outside the gate, actually, getting media credentials, and and I wondered if that was him, but I couldn't remember his name, so I didn't know. I said I'll just back off and don't not make myself look like an idiot.
Oh no, that's okay. Yeah, that's Doug. He actually was introduced to this business by. We did this last year for the very first time. I met him at a party, and He played at University of California, drafted by the Jets, played in the CFL, played for San Francisco State.
Nice.
He led the nation in kickoffs and things. But so he entered the media world last year. We were at the California-Auburn game. That was our first event together.
Gotcha. Okay, cool.
Man, you just went from busy to really, really busy.
Hey.
Oh, yes, for sure, yes. But we'll make an announcement on our Facebook page this week about a special show.
Hey, ain't no step for a stepper. Let me tell you, AP is a stepper, buddy. No, the lady's daughter dropped her fan. She had a little handheld fan. I reached down there and picked it up, handed it to them. So, yeah, that was cool. They're real sweet people.
Oh, yes, yeah, a lot of fun. But anyhow.
So, AP, how do you see that Ole Miss Wake Forest game going?
Well, they're a 22-point favorite, but I happen to know the quarterback of Wake Forest, Hank Bachmeier. He's from a famous family. His brother, Tiger Bachmeier, wide receiver at Stanford, was the leading receiver in the Pac-12 last year. Returned a kickoff 90 yards last week, I think, against Cal Poly. His other brother, Bear Bachmeier, is a quarterback offered by Alabama. He's in high school right now. And so that's a talented family. But I'll just give you some background on Hank. He threw for 400 yards last week in a 1-point loss to Virginia. And when he was a freshman at Boise State playing for, I believe, Brian Harsin, I believe, he threw for 400 yards, beat Florida State at Tallahassee his very first game.
Wow. Okay.
So
Kid's got moxie
good passer. Yeah, good passer. But we all know that this is Ole Miss's year. We know this has to be the year for Ole Miss. If Lane Kiffin is going to be in that college football playoff, he's got the length and the size on the defense now, supposedly, and we know he has a group of fantastic wide receivers in Jackson Dart, third year, I believe, at Ole Miss. So, I mean, this is his moment. If the game's close, fine, but get the W by 1 point. But they need to win this game on the road and continue to get better on defense, and so he can have complementary football with his team for the very first time.
Yeah, and not that I hate it for him, but I mean, I guess if you're a big Ole Miss fan, you would hate this for your team and for your coach. But finally he's got this team right. He's got the talent that kind of can do it. And then this is the year you bring in Oklahoma, Texas, and then things get changed. At least you do get the opportunity of the 12 team playoff, which I think they'll get in. But man, he's got a rough road to get there.
Yeah, they do entertain Oklahoma at home. I believe that is that. I think they play Oklahoma, I believe, in the next couple weeks or so, or something like that. Yeah, but I think they play Oklahoma. So, but hey, this is his moment. He's a good football coach on the offensive side. We understand that, but you have to coach the two other phases as well.
Yeah, that's true.
AP, that game is the weekend of Halloween.
Oh, okay.
And
Auburn plays.
And that'll be 11 o'clock kick as well.
Wow.
Oh, wow. That's messed up.
Oklahoma comes to Auburn in 2 weeks.
October 5th, they got South Carolina on the road. If that's a night game, that'll be a rough one. They've got LSU on the road,
Yes.
So Arkansas on the road.
Wow.
So, yeah, they got some bumps there.
All these games are looking tougher. If you looked at it before the season, you're thinking, okay, Arkansas, South Carolina, we can handle it. All of a sudden now, this is a little bit tougher.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's true. Well, brother, we're going to have to make it short today. Be safe. And
Okay, just watch our Facebook page. We'll have all the coverage from that game, the interviews and the photos and things. And check us out and keep an eye on AP and Kelly as we see it, our Facebook pages and our videos and things like that. And like I say, especially this week, we're going to have a special announcement probably Monday. Check it out.
That sounds
good. Be safe for the weather, man. I know it's going to get rough coming that way with all that rain. So
okay. Thank you very much. Y'all be safe. Okay, thank you.
Take care, AP. Goodbye. Ladies and gentlemen, our Swami of the SEC, Mr. AP Steadham. It's time to take a break. You're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk on WKAC, the Big 1080.
AP Steadham, Heisman Trophy voter, Maxwell Award voter, and Biletnikoff Award voter can be heard weekly on the AP and Kelly As We See It podcast on Anchor and Spotify. He can also be found on Facebook and Twitter. We'll be back with more Applebee's Tailgate Talk after this. If your place on the water needs some attention, call BP Riverworks. Boathouses, docks, seawalls, and repairs. Call Baron Pugh at 251-200-2273 or Tracer Pugh at 256-206-7097. BP Riverworks. Licensed and insured 251-200-2273 or 256-206-7097.
Limestone Drug, located on the square in downtown Athens, is your local Health Mart pharmacy. As your local Health Mart pharmacy, Limestone Drug is locally owned and has a personal commitment to the community. Limestone Drug honors prescription drug plans, including Medicare. They accept flex spending cards and fill prescriptions in minutes, not hours. Limestone Drug knows there's nothing more important than your family's well-being. So shop Limestone Drug at 200 West Market Street in Athens, your local Health Mart pharmacy. Limestone Drug, caring for you and about you.
Come see all your friends at Applebee's in Athens, Highway 72 West, just off I-65. 12 minutes guaranteed or it's free Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. 7 items to choose from. Can't make it for lunch? Visit them for happy hour, 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. or late night. Half-price appetizers with beverage purchase, 6 appetizers to choose from. One of your favorite teams is sure to be playing on the big screen, too. See you tomorrow at Applebee's Neighborhood Grill, Highway 72 Athens, just off I-65.
Right now on a podcast platform near you, The Wingmen.
There's someone on the wing. Something.
Join us live every week this football season as Kirk Pierce, Johnny Johnson, and Brad Kimbrough talk James Clemens Jets sports. The Wingmen.
We're winging it, Jerry.
On your favorite platform via the PAS Plus app, on your Alexa device by saying Open PAS Plus, and online at jcwingmen.net.
Hello, this is Paul Spivey, former Alabama Crimson Tide running back, and you're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
Welcome back to Applebee's Tailgate, ladies and gentlemen. Tom McClung here, Old Tomcat, alongside Tojo, Jay Vassar, Todd the Bod Tomlin, producer extraordinaire Tim Lambert, and I am the only navy blue and burnt orange in a sea of red and white.
Thank goodness. One's too many, but since it's you, we'll let it slide.
The guy on the phone's got on crimson too, probably.
Yeah, he does.
Guy on the phone, I'm sure.
Or maroon and black.
Yeah, maroon and black. The head coach of the Clements Colts, Brick Pugh, joins us on the First National Bank Hotline, making communities great. Welcome back, Brick.
Yes, sir. How y'all doing?
Man, we doing good.
We trying to stay dry, and I know you're still trying to dry out from last night.
Yeah, that was terrible.
Yeah. And it was homecoming, too, wasn't it, bud?
It was.
Oh, bless y'all's hearts. Were y'all even able to have a halftime festivities?
They did it in the gym before the game started.
Oh, okay.
I know it was a tough one. Just talk about it and any positives from the game last night.
We that's probably the worst conditions I've ever been a part of in a football game. It rained the entire game hard. But first drive, we kick off to them. They get it. Second play of the game, we drop a pick six. Start off shooting ourselves in the foot. Stop them, and we just couldn't never get anything going on offense. Offensive line still getting their face crossed, and just can't get anybody blocked.
Yeah, that makes it for a long night for sure, and slows that offense down, especially in those kind of conditions. If the line's not able to block and you can't get anything off the ball. Talk about defense. 28 points didn't really, a ton. Were all of them offensive scores? Did they score some special teams?
No, they were all.
Were they?
They were all offensive scores, but it was 7-0 at halftime, and we put our defense in god awful positions again because we're on our side of the field the whole night and having to punt it, and they're getting the ball inside their 50. And it's hard to make continuous stops when they're getting the ball inside the 50 like that the whole game. We're just putting them in a really bad position, and they're doing a good job.
Is it just not executing the plays, or is it penalties? A little bit of both.
No, it's just we're not executing the plays. We're letting people cross our face. We're not blocking anybody.
That's got to be frustrating, Coach. I can hear it in the tone of your voice for sure. And those aren't necessarily easy fixes, really. Is it footwork? Is it? I know it's not lack of effort. So is it just technique?
No, they're trying. They're trying hard. It's a little bit of footwork, and then getting just. When the lights cut on, it might be a little bit too big sometimes, and we get a little confused. But it's not any. They're trying hard. It's just we got to get better at executing.
Yeah. Is there anything in particular y'all can do as a coaching staff to help alleviate some of that, or is it?
We just got to keep doing what we're doing, try to instill it in them, and it'll click eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're playing hard. There's no doubt about
They
that.
are.
Yeah.
And
we've been in every single game at halftime.
Yeah, absolutely.
Every single game. And then we come out in the second half and shoot ourselves in the foot and put our defense in terrible spots. And that's what I told them last night. We've got to quit doing that or it's going to be a long year for us.
Yeah, but you do bring up a great point. I mean, even against, Ardmore or 5A and bigger schools, I mean, you're right there at halftime. Do you think, obviously you got a bunch of kids playing both ways, so I'm sure by, towards the end of the third, obviously into the fourth, I'm sure that wears on you as well. I would guess.
Yeah, it does. But, the teams we played the last 2 weeks, that's been the same case for them, too.
Okay.
So, I'm not letting them use that excuse anymore.
Yeah, especially if both sides are doing it. Yeah.
Yep.
One's the same as the other, but.
We had some fumbles last night that hurt us and gave them the ball inside their 30.
Oh, wow.
It was, it was, and one of them was actually a really good play by their outside linebacker. He put his helmet right on the football and it just popped straight up and they got it. And the other one was just a mishap because it was soaking wet, but they did the same. I mean, they had a couple fumbles and gave it to us and we just couldn't take advantage of it.
But with all that said, with them having the ball on their side, on y'all side of the field, the whole, most of the game, it sounds like, defense did the best they could. Kept them out of the end zone.
Oh, yeah.
Sounds like they could have had gotten more points, but defense.
Oh, it could have been worse, 100%. But they're doing a great job, and I'm very happy with the way they're playing. We just got to get the offense on the same page as the defense, and we'll be fine.
All right, you got another region game coming up this week. You got to go to Elkmont. Just what do you know about Coach Strank's team and playing them?
Man, he is doing a great job with those kids at Elkmont. They're pretty big. They run the football well. They got a young quarterback, but he can sling it. So we better be ready to play or we're going to be in trouble.
It looks like it's going to be perfect weather next weekend. So
yes, it does.
We need it.
Yeah. Now,
welcome, James.
I'm glad you said that. I'm going to ask a stupid question because I've seen this in the past and it would always blow my mind. I don't know how long the rules are by HSAA about the heat timeouts. Did y'all have to take one last night?
I think everybody.
Yes, which was unbelievable.
That's what I'm saying, man. You've got to let grown.
So hard.
Yeah,
I can't even see my hand in front of my face. Why are we taking a heat timeout?
It's amazing that they don't have enough faith in their officials to go, you know what? It's only 68 degrees out here tonight and it's raining. I think we're good.
We'll forego the heat timeout.
We're gonna make everybody stay in the rain the extra few more minutes just to, why not? I was just curious because I've seen that before, and it just would always be like, "Are you kidding me?"
They did, and I even talked to him. I was like, "Guys, can we not just? Nobody's getting overheated. Can we just skip this crap?" And they were like, "No, Coach, we have to. It's mandatory that we do this." Well, all right.
Oh my God! I get safety first, but that's safety ignorance. I hope somebody from AA says AA.
I started to say you may have been preaching to the choir there.
Yeah.
So
well, I know the choir. I want, Anyway,
how long do the heat timeouts go? How many games?
It's usually, I think, week 6 it stops.
Okay,
I didn't know it was that deep. I thought it was like 4. That's half. That's a third of the, not a third, but it's more than half.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
I think it depends on the weather as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. What about injury wise?
Yeah,
y'all come up.
I was
so was I.
All right. We're all on the same page.
Did y'all come out all right on the injury side?
Yeah, we're healthy. Quarterback's got a little bit of a banged up thumb, but other than that, we're good.
Okay. Yeah. So that happened in practice, though, correct?
It did. He was throwing, and on his follow through, he hit one of my defensive linemen's hand.
Ow!
And it just jammed his thumb back. And he got a brace. He played with a brace on it last night, and he could throw. I mean, there was no throwing happening last night.
Yeah, I was gonna say it probably didn't matter, but yeah, my inside source told me about that.
You've got an inside source?
I've got an inside source. Well, us journalists,
Yeah.
we've got those anonymous inside. Brick knows my inside source. But anyway, when he told me that, I was like, oh, man. And I know y'all thought initially it was probably worse than what it was. I asked Jay about it. I'm like, well, did he play last night? He's like, yeah. So, and I couldn't remember what the injury was. So is it just going to take a while for it to heal up?
He should be okay. He might have to wear that brace for a couple more weeks, but I think he's going to be fine.
Okay, well, good deal.
Hey, just changing subject. How you see the ball game today?
Alabama's going to absolutely skull drag them.
I love it. I love
that would make me feel better. That would make me feel a lot better.
Yeah, it helped ease the pain of last night, no doubt.
That's right.
Yeah. Now, if they don't do much better than they did last week, I don't know about no skull dragging. Last week was.
I know it. Last week was
But that
rough.
was last
but, you know,
week.
we struggled with them last year.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, we did.
And coaches talk about the most improvement in between the first and second games. I'm like, man, that went into the fourth quarter of the second game.
Before we showed him.
And see, they played in the monsoon that Bricknell played in last year.
Last year, yeah.
So, but
well, Coach, we'll be rooting for you. I know you got the big game coming up against the Devils, Red Devils.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna try to get out there and see that one. Looking forward to that. That should be a good game.
And, of course, the crowd's going to be, this will be probably the rowdiest crowd y'all may have played in front of.
Could be, man.
It should be a good one.
They bring the heat, so.
Good weather.
Yeah.
First of many road games.
Yeah.
Correct?
That's right. We got a bunch in a row right here.
I know it. It means when it rains, it pours, and he's starting to pour on. But you know what? Y'all will get it.
You'll get it turned around.
Yeah, you will.
You'll get it turned around.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, Coach, thank you for joining us, man, and have a good week of practice and stay dry out, I guess.
Yes, sir. I appreciate y'all.
Hey, brother, appreciate you, man.
Brother. Take care.
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
All right, bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, calling in on the First National Bank hotline, making communities great, Coach Brick Pugh, head coach of the Clements Colts. And it's time to take a quick break. You're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk on WKAC, the Big 1080.
Congratulations to Jake Fleming of Clements, our Applebee's Neighborhood Athlete of the Week, and winner of a gift card from the Athens Applebee's, plus a Tailgate Talk t-shirt from that shirt printing place. Go to tailgatetalk.net and enter your nominations for future polls. Applebee's Tailgate Talk will be right back. While others have come and gone, the Lion's Den Gym has been roaring as a workout and exercise fixture in Athens, growing from its humble basement beginnings in 1981 to their current 10,000 square foot location at 212 Commercial Drive in Athens. The Lion's Den offers 24/7 access to their ever-expanding equipment collection that includes treadmills and climbers, elliptical trainers, stationary bikes, loose weights and dumbbells, and over 45 different weight machines. Contact the Lion's Den Gym about a membership today at 256-652-2627. Visit them online at lionsdengym.com or on Facebook, The Lions Den Gym, 256-652-2627. When things go wrong, State Farm is here to help life go right. And Agent Michael Howell is the one who can help get things back on track. See Michael for your auto, home, life, health, property, and business insurance, and be ready for those unexpected twists that life throws at you. Ask about banking and annuities, too. Call State Farm Agent Michael Howell at 232-5400. Visit him online at michaelhowell.net or go see him at 903 South Clinton Street in Athens. State Farm Agent Michael Howell. There when things go wrong, here to help life go right.
For screen printing, sign printing, banners, logo design, and more, look no further than That Shirt Printing Place. Located at 709 North Jefferson Street in Athens. Call 256-444-1827. That Shirt Printing Place. Visit them online at thatshirtprintingplacellc.com. Look for them on Facebook too. That Shirt Printing Place. 256-444-1927. That Shirt Printing Place.
Takes a snap. He's going to fake the pitch. He's at the 20, the 10. He's going to get a cover. Touchdown, James Clemens.
Be listening for James Clemens High School football this season as the Jets take on the best in Class 7A competition. You can hear every featured game streamed live online at pasnetwork.net on your Amazon Echo device by saying, Alexa, open PAS Plus, or on your PAS Plus app, and later on demand. You can also hear the replays at Sunday afternoons on WKAC Radio. Join us for exciting coverage of James Clemens Jets football this season from Play Action Sports.
Hey, I'm Cody Gross. I'm the head football coach at Athens High School, and you're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
Let me give you some trash talk.
Hey, you want to talk some trash?
Trash?
Trash.
Trash.
Won't pick it up. Take them like away. Girl, why not take out the trash?
You don't know how to trash talk, do you?
Welcome back to Applebee's Tailgate Talk, ladies and gentlemen. Tom McClung here, old Tom Cat alongside Tojo J. Vassar. Slate over in the corner pointing back at me. Todd the Bod, the talent, Tomlin, producer extraordinaire Tim Lambert. And we have our Trash Panda media relations man, Logan Bourandas. Last week, I believe, was that what you said, Todd? Last week? Last week of baseball coming. Tough loss last night, Logan.
Yeah, tough loss. 2 more games left. Yeah, it's the last call. It's kind of sad that season's almost over.
Me too, but I'm glad Chase got the pitch. Chase Chaney, a friend of the Applebee's Tailgate Talk, he was on when we came out to the Trash Pandas. Yeah, Toyota Field. Thank you. Thanks there, Tojo. And Chase sets a new Trash Pandas season record with 138 innings pitched.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Yeah. Beat Caden Dana. He had to get hot to kind of have a chance at that record, but Chase has been on a roll the past couple starts, so he set that. Also became the 7th Trash Pandas pitcher with 100 strikeouts in a season.
Nice.
Wow, good for him.
And that goes to show you that he was pitching well in every game, or they, you know what I mean? Because he was left in long enough to get 138 innings and those strikeouts. I mean, I know you're not on the coaching staff, Logan, but I mean, but you're around it. I mean, what is the kind of general pitch count, if you know of one? I know each pitcher probably has an individual pitch count based on, where they might be with their arm, but do you know if they have like a 120 pitches, or I don't know, whatever it might be? Have you ever heard that?
I know minor leagues, it normally depends on the team. I know some teams for their top prospects typically won't have them go more than 5 innings. We're not that kind of team. I know Caden Dana's gone over 7 innings a couple times, over 110 pitches. I haven't seen anything over 120. Okay. So typically something around 100 is normal. So, I mean, Chase, for example, he's gone like 7 innings a bunch of times. He's gone 6 innings a few times. He's kind of hovered around that range.
Wow. So to go that far and only throw around his pitch count, that's pretty impressive, too. That means he's getting outs.
Yeah.
His record would have been better.
You're too young to remember, but back in our day, you had a starter, mid-relief, and a reliever. I mean, that's pretty much what you had. You didn't have, the pitch count certainly wasn't a thing. Now it's interesting to see sometimes you're watching ESPN or whatever and it scrolls by and it'll be like, the Cleveland Guardians or whoever it might be pitched a no-hitter today, and it might be like 3 different pitchers, involved in that no-hitter. It's just, but it's a smart thing. You're paying these guys a lot of money, and you certainly don't want to get wore out,
Something we've seen, like when Birmingham comes here, like they have a top lefty, Noah Schultz, but he hasn't really gone more than 5 innings in a start when he's come here, and like he's their top lefty pitching prospect. So they're trying to limit his workload a little bit. Some teams will do that, some teams won't.
Yeah. And as a pitcher, though, it's got to be frustrating, guys, right? You get that no-hitter going,
yeah.
possibly or whatever, or you feel like hey, I can win this game for us, leave me in. And they're like, I'm sorry, dude.
Yeah, you've reached your pitch count.
There have been some times specifically with Caden where like he'll go 7 or 8 and he'll like the competitive fire will kind of kick in. Like he'll try to clamor for one more inning, but Andy will want to go a different direction to kind of limit his load a little bit. So that competitiveness kind of kicks in at some point.
And too, that happened to Paul Skeens this year. I mean, he pitched with the Pirates. He had a couple times he had no hitters, but his pitch count was so high they didn't want to risk getting him hurt being a rookie.
Yeah.
But speaking of Caden,
even when he was in the minors, he was going like 3 innings of start.
And speaking of Caden, he pitching tomorrow against the Houston Astros.
Yes.
So good luck to him. And
be a big game.
So Logan, you didn't get wet last night over at the football game, did you?
No, I was inside at Westminster Christian's booth. It was a tough loss though last night. Randolph kind of gave it to him.
Randolph's good. We're having year in, year out here last few years.
And Coach LeBlanc, I know he lost a lot, but lost that quarterback. But they still have great teams over at Westminster.
Yeah, no, he's been fun to work with, that entire staff. And, hey, it's just the first loss.
Yeah.
Yep, just their first loss.
So how much longer are you here? Another month and you go back home? Or how you tell us about that?
I think my move-out day is going to be 2 weeks from today.
Oh, wow.
So I'll do 2 more Westminster Christian games, I'm going to work one more week in the Trash Pandas office. That'll be my last week of the season. And, yeah, just kind of planning on for next year.
Okay. And the plans are for you to come back, correct?
That's still to be determined. Hopefully I'll know more in the coming weeks. I wish I knew more. I wish I could tell you guys more, but I don't know. I don't know right now.
It just sounds like – I'm sorry, Jay. Go ahead.
So, Logan, are you contracted out? So they have to offer you another one, or is it just like a probational period? How does that work?
My role is a seasonal role. So it was February till kind of this point, end of the season. That was the contract. That was kind of the role when I got it. Okay. So they want to keep that role seasonal.
Yeah, okay. It seems like that the world of minor league sports and any sport, but it's just such a different thing than what rest of us are living. Like can't imagine not knowing for sure where I'm going to be in 4 or 5 more months after this gig's up, and I mean you could end up in minor league team in Pennsylvania or wherever. I mean, it's just does that. I mean, you're a young guy, so I mean, is that cool with you? I mean, you're getting to see different places, obviously, but or would you just rather know, like, hey, this is where I'm going to be and this is what I'm going to be doing?
Yeah, I think when you kind of do something in this role, you accept that that's kind of the sacrifice. I mean, I've worked in upstate New York, Minnesota, now Alabama. Went to school in Pennsylvania, so I've been all around, and you kind of know what you're getting into with that. But it's also kind of tough because you want to kind of enjoy the moment and not think about the future. Yeah. But it's also something that's right there in front of you, and you kind of got to do some planning for that too.
You know what they call that in the music business? Sorry about that, Tim.
That's okay.
You know what you call that in your music business?
What?
Paying your dues.
Paying your dues.
You got to pay your dues. You're going to make the big shine, you got to pay your dues. Yeah. Brother, you're going to be just fine, dude.
Man, yeah.
Oh, yeah. As good as you are at what you do, yeah.
Definitely.
One of you may have mentioned this. What are your aspirations? What's your ultimate goal?
Yes. Good question, Tim.
I mean, this is the story I always tell. Like, when I come back home from high school when I was a kid in Long Island, just turning on the TV, watching some Mets games was always, like, my favorite pastime. And growing up, like, Gary Cohen was, like, the voice of my household. So he's the TV play-by-play guy for the Mets. So, like, that's always kind of been the person that I wanted to be.
Skip Carey.
So that's kind of the role that
for us
I wanted to be for some team.
Yeah.
Now, which we're older than you, and I remember watching the games on WOR. So, and when the cable system's down here, you could get Braves, Cubs, Mets games on the cable system.
Yep.
Until it got so big. So watching those games with Ray Knight and Gary Carter playing for the Mets.
Oh my gosh, yes.
So, but buddy, we enjoyed our time with you, and we hope that you're back with us because I know you made a lot of friends here in Huntsville, and especially with us, and you give us you spend your time with us during the week, and what all you do for the Trash Pandas. We hope you get back, and I know the folks at Westminster and 97.7, which that you helped them out. I know they want you back as well. So we praying for you, and good luck, and maybe we'll see you back next spring.
Guys, I appreciate it. It's been a lot of fun talking to you guys this season.
Same here, brother.
You too, brother.
Take care. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Logan Bourandas calling in. First National Bank hotline, making communities great. Trash Panda, making relations. We're going to miss him. He's such a good boy. I'm just playing.
He is a good boy.
He's a good guy. Absolutely. Really is.
They all are over there.
Yeah.
It's a great organization.
It is. Absolutely.
Really is. I mean, there's obviously with anything that big, things behind the scenes are just chaotic, but you would never know it.
No.
They keep everything out front looking smooth as silk.
Yep, absolutely. So Tricky Ricky still doing his thing over there with him.
He got hit in the back with a piece of pipe the other night by Hacksaw Jim Dunn.
Did he really? Oh my gosh! I hate I missed it. It was so darn hot.
Ricky was the villain.
He had
a
the heel
mask on and everything.
We should ask Logan if he went to school with MJF. They were around the same age.
Yeah, that's true.
He's a wrestler.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Maxwell Jacob Freeman.
Michael Jackson something.
Maxwell Jacob Freeman.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to take a quick break. You're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talking WKAC, the Big 1080.
Hear Applebee's Tailgate Talk anywhere you go by downloading the PAS Plus app for your Android or iPhone. We'll be back with more after this.
home security is not what it used to be. With Secure Connect and smart home integration features, you can unlock your doors and turn off your alarm from your smart home app. No more hiding a key under a rock. Get Secure Connect and live life connected. Call Ardmore Telephone Company at 800-830-9946 to secure your home today.
Limestone Drug, located on the square in downtown Athens, is your local Health Mart pharmacy. As your local Health Mart pharmacy, Limestone Drug is locally owned and has a personal commitment to the community. Limestone Drug honors prescription drug plans, including Medicare. They accept flex spending cards and fill prescriptions in minutes, not hours. Limestone Drug knows there's nothing more important than your family's well-being. So shop Limestone Drug at 200 West Market Street in Athens, your local Health Mart pharmacy. Limestone Drug, caring for you and about you.
PASnetwork.net. It's now your gateway to the Play Action Sports Network. Whether it's Play Action Sports coverage of school, youth, and amateur sports from Athens and Limestone County, or Calhoun basketball, James Clemens sports, and Applebee's Tailgate Talk via PAS Plus. PASnetwork.net. Follow the links to download apps to hear live streams and podcasts, enable Alexa skills, or listen live on your computer. Covering Athens and Limestone County area sports, PASnetwork.net.
This is former University of Alabama fullback Terrence Lynch, and you're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
Welcome back to Applebee's Tailgate Talk. We're here at the top of the hour, 11 o'clock here on the Applebee's Tailgate Talk. Alongside producer extraordinary Tim Lambert, the talent Todd DeBod. Tomcat just left us to drive down to Plains. Be careful, Tom, as you drive down there to the Auburn game. And joining us now is one of the hardest working ladies here at Applebee's. Her name is Bax.
You just gave her some more work to do.
Oh, no.
We can't take you anywhere.
I know, but how you doing, ma'am?
I'm doing good. I'm good to be back. It's been a minute since I've been on, and you guys come in almost every Saturday, so I'm basically part of the team now, yeah?
That's right.
Might as well.
So who do I go to for my paycheck? Yeah.
This guy here.
I can give you an Applebee's card.
Ooh, I'll take it.
We don't even get that, so feel special. So
you get the food.
Yeah. So
yeah.
That's true. So. We have been missing you. I mean, is it just because of your shift rotating, or we're just not crossing paths, or did you take some time off, or what's up?
Well, they have me mainly working mornings. Once or twice I've had to take a Saturday off. We've got a lot of new people working here at the Athens Applebee's now. We got a good new crew in the front, some new people in the back. So if you're looking for a place to poke your nose into, Athens is here for you.
Yeah.
We got some new stuff as well as far as NFL season. Applebee's was named the official bar and grill of the NFL.
I saw that. I saw a commercial of them talking about that. Yeah, it's a big thing. Y'all got some pretty cool commercials going on right now, too.
Yeah, you can say we got some pretty cool stuff going on. If you come in to eat in an Applebee's, I will say you can enter in for a chance to win 2 tickets to the Super Bowl.
Nice.
That's a big thing to do.
And your manager standing here, she told me she was going to send me through Applebee's to represent y'all. So, and I don't know.
Hand her that headset, too.
Yeah,
we got an open headset here.
Miss Tanya.
Oh, come on.
Get on here. It's just,
she says she's bashful.
We're just sitting here talking, but don't get you got a headphone on. There we go.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey.
Hey.
It's real, it's live.
You're on the airways.
Yeah. So now, how long have you been here? You haven't been here very long, have you?
I've been here about 3 years.
This store?
No, 2 years.
That's what I'm talking about.
2 years.
Well, yeah. That's worth a difference. I don't remember. Or maybe you're always in the back working, and that's why.
Yeah, I'm always back there.
So thanks for joining us. Obviously, y'all got a great place here. It seems like it must be a good place to work because we've seen a lot of the same faces.
Oh, yeah.
We've been doing this for 7-8 years, guys?
Yeah. We're in our 13th year.
Yeah, well, y'all are. I'm talking about me and Jay. Me and Jay have not been doing it for
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
What's the what makes it such a great place to work that people want to, retain? Because I'm sure this is a high turnover type business.
Yeah. I mean, unfortunately, every restaurant, struggles with, turnover and stuff like that. I think it's just keeping a positive attitude and keeping a positive team.
Well, you've got one right here.
Yes,
super positive, super smile on her face all the time.
Always.
Everybody's so nice and helpful, and so keep that in mind when y'all do come and tip like you should tip.
Yeah.
don't be a jerk. 'Cause, I mean, seriously.
A good old Applebee's PSA. Please tip your servers.
It's the truth. People complain about that stuff all the time, and you know what? When you get the service that y'all provide, y'all should be rewarded for it. That's just straight up. So,
Yep.
y'all work hard.
That's what we're in the business for.
Yep.
You know,
You work hard.
customer service.
Give us your specials.
Yeah.
All
What
right.
specials we got?
Well, we have it coming back after a long little break. We have 50-cent boneless
I
wings
saw
coming
that
back
on
for
the
the
sign.
NFL celebration.
Yeah, that's going to get it going.
Oh, yeah. Any of our popular flavors, sweet Asian chili, barbecue, honey pepper, buffalo, you can get it on any of them. Mix and match it. 5, 10, 75, however many wings you're feeling, we can provide. We also have some new buckets going in the back. We do a new drink thing on the back of our fold-outs at your tables. There's the $10 NFL buckets. We have the MVT bucket. It's a Long Island iced tea built with all of our fancies. Captain Morgan, Crown Royal, Triple Sec, the great things.
Wow. I heard that Long Island teas are awesome. I would know myself. But, yeah, I would, through my friends, I would recommend a Long Island tea.
You just got to be careful with them.
You got to be really careful, from what I understand. So, how busy have y'all been since football started? I mean, that's always a thing. When I was younger, hey man, let's all go up to Applebee's and watch the ball game.
It's picking back up. Definitely picking back up.
And I think
we've got people banging on the front door,
Yeah.
ready to get in, ready to watch football.
So you asked how busy we are. Look at them; they're piling in
That's
already.
right.
And I think what happened, what helped out too, is with the blackout being lifted with TV. And
Y'all finally got ESPN back. That had to help.
Yes.
So
no doubt.
All the good stuff going on.
Now let me ask you this, because we were those people. We get to Applebee's say around 11 o'clock for 11 kickoff game, and 1 o'clock we're still there. 3 o'clock we're still there.
Yeah.
Now we're still buying things at that point, but it's no more than a Coke here or there. So, you know what I mean? Like, do y'all ever have that issue where it's like, yeah, look, you
I
know
wouldn't
what?
call that an issue. I'd call that good people hanging out with their friends.
Well, I mean, it is, but I mean, not if you're busy to the point
Yeah.
where like people are having to wait because this other group's been here for 6 hours.
No, the people of Athens are usually pretty on top of being courteous to each
That's
other.
good.
They cycle out pretty well, and if they think they're going to be hanging out, they move down to the bar. They hang out with Angela or Lauren or somebody up there, and they're getting
awesome.
waters. We're pretending it's tequila. I'm joking. I'm joking.
We need to get one of these put on Fox here.
Yeah,
Just
we need Channel
FYI.
54.
FYI.
Because Alabama
I tell you what, you
Wisconsin
can't get in
play.
here on the weekends.
No,
It's
I mean, you
packed.
drive by and it's just packed. Y'all's drive to go through's packed.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Our car side is pretty popular, especially with Miss Lisa and some of our newer people. Car side has a bunch of deals going on. If you wanted to get to go at Applebee's, you might run into getting maybe a little lunch card or maybe a free appetizer. We're trying to just kind of give some love to our car side because it's a very, very quick pace. Our kitchen is very
I was gonna
fast.
say, I mean, how with all the different delivery services. I mean, how it's got to be overwhelming at times. Friday, Saturday night, Saturday,
yeah.
Sunday football games.
Yes. And especially with these 50-cent boneless wings right now.
Yeah, and you can only cook
Buddy.
and the grill's only so big, right? I mean, you can only fry so many French fries at a time, and I mean, I just can't imagine how hectic it is. You watch some of these cooking shows and you see how the kitchens are, and you're like, man, there's no way. That's not something I would want to do as
the fun.
a job because I'd get frustrated. People be getting wrong orders, fries not cooked, chicken. They get salmonella from my chicken. It wouldn't be a good thing. So.
Well, can confirm we've never had anything like that happen.
So if I ever put in an application, just know I'm gonna have to be working up front and just let me. And then pray I don't spill something on somebody, which I'm capable of.
You can be outside with a flipping sign.
There we go. That'd be perfect. For me.
Applebee's.
Perfect for me.
We have to get a bee costume.
And I know in a couple weeks, I think it's the 28th, West Limestone basketball is going to do a pancake breakfast here.
Oh, you know what? I'm glad you brought that up. I haven't seen those promoted lately. Are those starting to pick up? The pancake breakfast?
I mean, this will be my first one since taking over.
They used to be like weekly. I mean, it was crazy. There was a few years there where I've even done a couple up here for a nonprofit.
I was wondering if those were kind of a seasonal type, not
definitely more school time.
If they were like heavier during
different
parts of the year, certain parts of the year.
And I know with the former restaurant over here closing, that helps get y'all a lot more business because it used to be kind of. But yeah,
a little battle.
Yeah, but Yeah,
Applebee's
every
has been a
week,
name in everybody's family.
every
since
weekend you
before
can't
the
get
dawn
in
of
here.
time.
There's people standing outside waiting to get in.
Yeah.
So the food's great, the service is great,
The atmosphere's great. So.
Yeah, you got TVs watching games.
I don't even know how long this building's been here, do y'all?
I know originally there was an ice cream bar instead of the actual
right
drink
there.
bar.
Yeah, that's because the
Yeah, because we couldn't sell liquor before it was. You. And that was before you were born.
Yeah. How far back was that? Before sliced bread or?
I don't know. It took a while for the.
Well, Tim said he'd been doing it, 13 years?
13
We've been doing the show, for 13 years. But, it had been here before then.
Do you know when the show's birthday is?
I'll have to go back and look. September or something, early September.
Oh, we're getting close to that now. We got to celebrate.
It may be about, I think September 7th, I think, was our first show. So we're about a week past
We're
that.
a week past it. We still got to celebrate, guys.
Oh, well. Well, when you get that old as us, we don't celebrate stuff much anymore. So. Me and Jay still kind of do. Tim, yeah, not so much. But
it's not a big deal anymore.
He's just lucky he's above ground,
right.
at that age.
Yeah.
So. But he knows I'm joking.
He does.
Well, thank y'all so much for joining us. We appreciate everything y'all do for us, for the community, and, for all the customers. It's always packed for a reason, and y'all are two of the biggest reasons why. So thank y'all so much.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for having us.
And we're going to take a quick break. That is the general manager or store manager here at the restaurant, right?
Yes.
You're Ashley?
No, Tanya.
Tanya, and Vax joining us here. We're going to take a quick break. You listen to Applebee's Tailgate Talk on the Big 1080 WKAC.
If you have a question, comment, or idea for Tailgate Talk, you can email it to tailgatetalk@hotmail.com. Remember, you can always call or text us during the show at 256-812-1848. We'll be right back with more of Applebee's Tailgate Talk on 1080 WKAC.
Your roof is the first line of defense for your home. Do you have water stains on your ceiling, paint peeling off your walls, shingles missing? It's probably time for you to get your free roof inspection. Locally owned and operated, licensed, and insured, Yellowhammer Roofing is the Yellowhammer State hometown team. Yellowhammer Roofing. Let our family protect what's most important to you, your family. 256-232-1933 or online at yellowhammerroofing.com.
P4 Therapy is an outpatient provider offering community-based care with a unique partnership model that allows them to consistently deliver world-class outpatient care, emphasizing personalized hands-on treatment. Whether it's orthopedic, physical, geriatric, or manual therapy, sports or neuro rehab, telehealth, or most any type of muscle or joint pain, P4 Physical Therapy promises to treat you with integrity, compassion, faithfulness, and selflessness. Locations in northern Alabama and southern Tennessee. Look for them on Facebook or online at p4physicaltherapy.com. Now that you've got that new place on the water, BP Riverworks can finish the picture with a boathouse, dock, or seawall. Call Baron Pugh at 251-200-2273 or Tracer Pugh at 256-206-7097. BP Riverworks. Licensed and insured, 251-200-2273 or 256-206-7097. Keep up with local school, travel, youth, and amateur sports throughout the week with the Play Action Sports Update. Listen weekday mornings at 7:30 and weekday afternoons at 1:30 and 3:30 as we bring you the latest scores, news, and announcements from Limestone County and surrounding communities. That's the Play Action Sports Update 3 times a day, Monday through Friday on 1080 WKAC.
This is Chad McGehee, head football coach of James Clemens Jets, and you're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
And welcome back to Applebee's Tailgate Talk. And joining us now on the First National Bank Hotline, making communities great, is the head coach of the West Limestone Wildcats, Coach Shelby Davis. Coach, we talked to you off air here just a minute about drying out. Man, it looked like it was a monsoon down there at Danville last night.
Man, I've said this to several people, 16 years. I ain't never played nothing like that for sure.
Wow.
As a coach or a player, right?
That's right, yeah.
Man.
There's not many plays in the playbook to call, like it's 3rd and 10, what do you do in a monsoon? I mean.
Well, you just look. Our starting quarterback, he didn't even get to play very much last night. We had to completely abandon what we do, and last week we threw it 34 times. I don't know. We may have tried 4 passes this week. So,
wow.
We just had to do what we had to do. I was real proud of our coaches for adjusting and adapting, and the players responded well. And it's hard for you starting quarterback to stand over on the sideline and watch. But we had to, just getting some wildcat and just try to get 3 yards every play and, hold on to the ball. I think we put it on the ground twice and we got one of them back. And I think they put it on the ground 4 times. We got all 4 of them and they threw a pick. So, we won the turnover battle, and we knew, all week it was going to be tough because, we tried to tell them what was coming. And I think mentally they were ready for it. And, just real proud of those guys getting out there and just, getting after it and doing what we had to do to get a win.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Jay.
Tim Turman.
Okay, I was going to say, I'm sorry. I thought you were turning you down. We're having technical difficulties.
Now, what had happened to your quarterback? I'm sorry on that, if you'd mentioned it.
No, I mean, we just got in a wildcat package. Look, when you're taking a snap and then handing it off, by going just, straight up wildcat, and you eliminate, one more handoff. And so, it was basically, we got a little package that we hadn't even used all year, but we had to use it all night just about to get the win and move the ball.
Yeah. Now, it was 6-6 at halftime. Obviously, second half, your defense did a great job, kept them from scoring any more points, and y'all put on 13 more. Was it did y'all miss an extra point or go for 2 and not get it, or like what? Because y'all scored 13.
Yeah, so we with the defense, they came out and they ran something they ain't ran all year. They got under the center and ran traditional wing T, and we hadn't repped that at all at any this year. So once that first drive was over, we kind of settled in, got adapted, made some adjustments, but. We scored, went for 2, didn't get it. Okay. Second time we scored, we went for 2, didn't get it. And then the third time we scored, I was, to heck with that, we're just going to kick it because we ain't been too successful on the first one. So we had a good snap, good hold, good kick. So we probably should have just kicked it every time, but, that's on me. I made the decision to try to go for 2, and, it is what it is.
No, it worked out. You bring up a good point about the quarterback being under center, because you don't see that anymore. You just don't. And it's got to probably be a little offsetting at first when, you line up and especially, did they play, I guess, was that their offense the entire night? Under center?
Oh, yeah. I mean, they've been, basically in the gun running wing T plays, and me and Andrew go way back. And then earlier in the week, I made the comment, I said, man, all you doing is running wing T plays out of the gun. And I told him after the game, I said, you sorry, sucker. You knew when I said that you was going to be under center this week.
He was smirking under his breath, and you didn't know it.
I said, what was you? And he just laughed. So, no, he does a good job, man. He had those guys ready to play. And I told our guys all week, they're huge up front. They got 4 seniors on the offensive line and, 1 junior, and that guy's probably the second best one. So, they were big. We knew it was going to be a mismatch up front for us. They were bigger than us on both sides of the ball up front. So, just real proud of our guys just gutting it out and finding a way to win.
Coach, you got one of those tough foes coming in to James Kennemer Stadium, the region game at Central Florence. They always give y'all tough ball games.
They're 4-0, 2-0 in the region already. So, talk about that.
Well, I just got done watching them. They're good. This has been the team. This is the Central team they've been waiting on for years. Coach Wood's been over there for, like this is his 14th season, and his son's a senior this year, and so it's a big senior class. I think they got they only lost three seniors off, 3 or 4 seniors off last year's team. So these kids have been playing together, and when the coach's son is involved, it just brings them all in a little closer. Yeah. So it's a big, and I think they got 9 seniors starting on defense. So it's going to be tough, and they're tacticians at that wing T. So they got a couple guys. One of them's committed or got an offer from UNA, and he's an athlete, so we'll have to, hem him up. But they got another one too, so it's going to be tough. It's going to be a good game, hopefully, and I hope all our people show up and get behind our guys and like they did against West Morgan.
Now, who was that they played last night?
Brooks.
Okay, I started to say they played another one of those across the river teams.
Yeah, 28-24, so it was a tough-fought game. But, they're a big rival too. So maybe you'll get a little bit of that deflation from the Central team. I wouldn't count on it, obviously, but you know what I mean. Sometimes when you get that big win, the next week you have a little bit of not a letdown, but you know what I mean. Just don't have as much air in you.
We're going to get their best game. We always get their best game. So,
well, and you got to being.
I hope we've got ours.
Yeah.
And according to the weatherman, I think no monsoons. Looking forward to next weekend, so you should have great weather for the game.
Yeah, that's tough when your offense is built around spreading the field and throwing it, and then you get out there and it's hard to even take a hand off. But no, I was just again super proud of our kids. They did a great job of just hanging in there last night, and we told them sometimes you just got to find a way to win, and they did that.
It's hard to keep balls dry, ain't it, man?
Oh, you can forget that.
Well, I'll tell you this: we took a 35-gallon tote full of towels, and we left with no dry towels.
Wow.
What about penalties? Was that a issue last night?
Let me tell you, last night they were not going to take that flag out of their pocket.
They were ready to roll, weren't they?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's fun.
They, I don't know if I threw 5 flags all night, but, and I think those were pre-snap obvious stuff. So, I think we got one hold thrown on us right there, towards the end that didn't really affect the game at all. But, man, those guys, they didn't want to take the flag out of their pocket. They wanted to get it over with.
Oh, man. What about any major bumps or bruises? Everybody come out all right? Or as far as
I think we're pretty good. We're, again, another thing that's tough is when you start running backs out and you got to run the ball every darn play. We had to get called on some guys to step up last night, but we'll get him back this week, and I think we'll hopefully be 100% for the first time this season.
Oh, that's great. How many plays did y'all run? Do you know about?
How many plays?
Yeah, on offense.
You know what? I don't even know.
I was just curious. I mean, being in such a sloppy conditions and stuff, I didn't know if either team got many just because of. I'm sure y'all were, just the clock running and all that stuff. So
basically, in the first quarter, Danville pretty much held it the whole first quarter, and then we pretty much held it the whole second quarter. So there wasn't very many possessions for sure.
Yeah.
Well, let's see if we can do a senior spotlight.
All right, who all we done so far?
All right, Preston Moore, Dawson Mewburn, and Ethan Reese.
Gotcha. Let me go with Aaron Gonzalez. He's our starting left tackle. He had a little tear in his meniscus to start, in fall camp, and had surgery. And last night was basically his first full game. We played him a little bit last week, but got him back out there full swing last week. And I tell our guys all the time, you can't take this for granted. And, him missing them first 3 games, that really bothered him. He was, chomping at the bit and excited and ready to get back out there. So, just glad we could get him back out there. And, I tell this story all the time. He was a middle school kid that couldn't stay out of trouble. And, Mr. Cleveland and Mr. Chambers called me to their office and said, hey, this kid needs to play football. And so, I said, no, he don't. He can't stay out of trouble.
That's all you need.
But let me tell you something, man. Super proud of that kid. He got out there. We gave him an opportunity to play, and he got to liking it and loving it. And he's done a great job for us. He's a big, strong kid, and man, we're super blessed to have him for sure.
And sometimes kids need that.
Yeah.
That's right. That's absolutely right.
Need that discipline.
Yeah.
But
you certainly get it on the football field.
Well, I told him Friday, our pregame devotion was pretty good. Hicks did, and he spoke on being a man, and I think football is one of the few things left in this world that's turning these young boys into good men.
That's awesome.
That's awesome. Well, Coach, good luck against Central this week. Get you a region win, and we'll talk to you soon.
All right, we appreciate it, guys.
All right, man.
All right, man. That's the Coach Shelby Davis of the West Limestone Wildcats. We're going to take a quick break. You listen to Applebee's Tailgate Talk on the Big 1080 WKAC and the PAS Plus app.
Look for Tailgate Talk on Facebook. Just search for Tailgate Talk and make the connection. Call or text us with your comments during the show at 256-812-1848. We'll be back with more Applebee's Tailgate Talk on WKAC.
Limestone Drug, located on the square in downtown Athens, is your local Health Mart pharmacy. As your local Health Mart pharmacy, Limestone Drug is locally owned and has a personal commitment to the community. Limestone Drug honors prescription drug plans, including Medicare. They accept flex spending cards and fill prescriptions in minutes, not hours. Limestone Drug knows there's nothing more important than your family's well-being. So shop Limestone Drug at 200 West Market Street in Athens, your local Health Mart pharmacy. Limestone Drug, caring for you and about you.
From day one, First National Bank has been built on a strong foundation of community first. First to lend a helping hand, first to help with community events and fundraisers, first to support local students, athletic programs, and civic organizations, first to support events like United Way, Relay for Life, and many more charitable events, and most importantly, working for our great community. Without you, there'd be no First National Bank. Making communities great together, that's what we strive for.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC. Daly & Son Car Care is Ardmore's only one-stop auto repair and tire shop. Whether it's major mechanic or brake work or routine maintenance like an oil change or lube job, Daly & Son Car Care has been satisfying customers all over with their fast and friendly service. They're also your headquarters for quality Cooper tires. Stop by and see Wayne, Nikki, or Dale at 25600 Main Street in Ardmore, Tennessee, or call them at 931-427-4651. They're on Facebook too. Daly & Son Car Care, open Monday through Friday, 7:30 till 5, and Saturday, 7:30 till noon.
For screen printing, sign printing, banners, logo design, and more, look no further than That Shirt Printing Place. Located at 709 North Jefferson Street in Athens. Call 256-444-1827. That Shirt Printing Place. Visit them online at thatshirtprintingplacellc.com. Look for them on Facebook too. That Shirt Printing Place. 256-444-1927. That Shirt Printing Place.
Now on a platform near you, the only year-round weekly podcast covering the Huntsville Havoc, the Wreakin' Havoc Podcast. News, interviews, and more. Dropping every Thursday, we'll just reek of the Huntsville Havoc. Check us out on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and listen, follow, and subscribe on your favorite platform via the PAS Plus app and online at wreakinhavoc.com.
Hi, this is Gerald Furman, former linebacker of the University of Alabama Crimson Tide. You're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
And welcome back to Applebee's Tailgate Talk. And joining us now on the First National Bank Hotline, making communities great, is the head football coach of the James Clemens Jets, Coach Chad McGehee. Coach, big win last night over those Huntsville Crimson Panthers. And even though it rained, y'all still pulled it out in a big way.
Yeah, I think just, important game in the region for us. And, and they had some momentum coming in 3-0. And, I was real proud of our kids. We had homecoming and all the distractions that come along with that, and then the weather. So I was really pleased with that we were able to, go out and handle business.
Have you ever played in anything like it, coached or played in that, Ted?
Well, I'll tell you what. 4 years ago, my first year of the Sparkman game was in October. Was a complete monsoon. I don't know if you guys remember that Friday night.
Yes.
It was. I'll take last night over that any day of the week.
Yeah, I can remember being in it. That was at Sparkman.
Yeah,
I remember being in that Sparkman press box, and it's not the most stable one anyway. And the wind just kind of rocking us back and forth. So, but that was a messy game last night. Not just the weather. I mean, penalties and other things.
Yeah,
going on.
Yeah, I mean, it's we had some holding calls there, and on both sides. So
yeah,
it was and then the weather, you throw it in there. But again, I'm just proud of our kids for staying focused and being able to pick up another region win.
And you got another one next week against Grissom. Is the game at Milton Franks or at Joe Davis?
It's at.
We're at Alabama A&M. I don't know what they.
Okay, yeah, Lewis Cruz. Just talk about. I know Huntsville played Grissom, I think, last week. So, what do you know about Grissom and this region game?
Had a chance to get into a little bit of Grissom this week, and they're pretty athletic, and they've got good size and good speed, and I think quarterback throws the ball really well. So it'll be, just like another week, we'll have to be really focused and on top of our game and be able to execute at a high level. I think their defensive line's really good and pretty physical and up front. Just kind of looking at it this week, just scanning it. Like I said, I told last night, our guys up front on the line are pretty good too. They want to ask me about this Power 5 defensive end or whatever. Well, I mean, man, our guys are pretty good too, so it doesn't affect us. So we're gonna run behind those guys.
Well, speaking of the defense, Miles Taylor was our player of the night last night. Talk about him.
Yeah, Miles is a senior that has. We're glad he came out. As a junior, and really athletic, and has kind of filled that role of, where we lost Mark Woods, who's at Jacksonville State now, and he's had to step up in that role, and he was dropped him in a really good coverage call for that concept last night, and he took advantage of it and had a pick six.
Now, you were talking about playing at A&M next week. And it's such a weird, or to me it is, stadium. The fans are so far back off the field.
Yeah.
And it's the way it's built. Do y'all ever have a problem just from the, aesthetics of it and the way it's set up? Or, once you're on the field, you're good to go. Field's a field, I guess.
I mean, between the lines, it really doesn't matter. And the communication from the press box, I don't think it's a very good environment for high school football. And don't enjoy. It's not my favorite environment to play in. I actually went to a game at Joe Davis. I thought they've done an outstanding job over there for that one, and I was really pulling and hoping that we might get to play there, but
Coach, I was going to say real quick, Coach Gross was just over the moon about Joe Davis. He said, "Man, I'd play there anytime they want." So it must be really good.
Man, it's and when I was at Hoover, we had the Met. But I mean, I like Joe Davis is right there where it's a little bit closer and great seating and great venue. So hats off to them for that. But the other thing about playing A&M, we're kicking on college uprights. And we have a hard time kicking extra points through the normal uprights. And so, so now you got a college hashes, college field goal.
I didn't think about that, but that does make a big difference.
It does. And the kickers are fickle and weird about stuff. So, we might just go for two every time.
I mean, that would be an interesting deal if it came down to, it's 3rd and 10 from the 38 or, 35 and 3 seconds on the clock, and you got to kick that field goal, and now you're going through that.
Just give me Goldsmith Shipman any day.
I don't think Coach agree with that.
The way we kicked last night, we couldn't get the ball down on the tee, so may have to have a plan for that.
As Millie Vanilli would say, just blame it on the rain.
Blame it on something.
Speaking of kickers, Huntsville comes out in the second half and kicks that onside kick. And it was, it was on. Well, I guess you could call it perfect. I mean, the kicker recovers.
Oh, wow.
The onside kick.
You don't see that very often.
I didn't agree with that call.
And I was going to ask you what your contention was, because we were trying to figure out if you thought it went 10 yards,
did it go far enough,
or if he actually recovered it, or what.
So, first of all, the kicker was taken off the field.
Right.
I talked to Coach Gay. He's fine. He has a concussion.
Oh wow.
Wow.
But I don't know how you get knocked out and recover the fumble that we came up with, and they gave it to them. So it just
that's a good point.
Our number 14 came up with the ball, and that kid was unconscious at the time. And again, he's fine now. And dadgum, if we don't get better in third quarter coming out, and we talked to the kids about it, we have not played very well in the third quarter through, and that was the talk. And then we go out and they recover an onside kick to start out with. We're going to get exposed if we don't fix it. Because we got Grissom now, but then we turn around, we got Spain Park the next week. So
that's tough.
Yeah. So
is that down there?
No, it's here.
Okay.
No, it'll be up here in Madison.
That'll help.
And their quarterback had some pretty good runs too last night.
Oh yeah.
That was the element of playing two quarterbacks, and he's a little more mobile kid, and they ran him a little bit more than we had seen. But I thought defensively, we played really, really well.
Mm-hmm. All right, so we've gotten Miles Taylor out of the way for one of the seniors. So have we got another one we can do?
Let's see. We've done. We can do Isaac Ockenbach.
Okay.
Isaac's our tight end, 6'6" tight end, committed to Air Force. Unbelievable student in the classroom, super smart, super high GPA. He's really grown into the role, and I think he's got a bright future at Air Force, and he's going to be 100,000% successful in whatever he does when he moves on.
I think it's interesting that you got three players, 3 Jets who are going to the Air Force.
$1.5 million of education right there.
Wow.
Is what they told me. So we've got the pipeline. Somebody put in the paper the other day on AL.com that MJ Gideon's an Air Force commit. And when Coach Gideon came in, we were like, congratulations, your son is in the 10th grade and he's an Air Force commit. And everybody thinks we got, all the whole team's going to Air Force, I guess.
So hence the Wingman podcast.
Yes, there we go.
That's right.
Speaking of that, we're going to see you Tuesday night.
I got to check my schedule.
Okay.
So hopefully, if I can, I got to check my schedule. I mean, my boss at home, so we got to make sure we're good there.
Well,
okay.
I know you got plenty of assistants there on the sidelines you could send too. So
yeah, you got plenty of help. I know that.
I love to spread the love around. I think it's great for the kids to come in there and get to do that, and the coaches get to experience that too. So
yeah. Tim, that week that Tim and Cam came on, Tim was like, "Man, I'll come back on that show anytime."
Well, they get dinner out of it.
Well,
I'm
that's
sure
true.
He would.
That's true.
Tim can eat too, I bet.
I bet he can. Him and Micah. Yeah.
Oh, me. Well, Chad, good luck this week, man. Against Grissom and get you another win, and we'll talk to you soon.
Okay, thanks, guys.
All right, man. That's Coach Chad McGehee, the James Clemens Jets. We're going to take a quick break. You'll listen to Applebee's Tailgate Talk on the Big 1080, WKC, and the PAS Plus app.
You can help Limestone County student-athletes by donating to the Bama Zach Memorial Scholarship. Send it in care of Garth Garris, 13833 Pinnacle Drive, Athens, Alabama, 35613, or make it in person at First State Bank of the South at 1319 Highway 72 East in Athens. We'll be back with Tailgate Talk after this. While others have come and gone, the Lions Den Gym has been roaring as a workout and exercise fixture in Athens, growing from its humble basement beginnings in 1981 to their current 10,000 square foot location at 212 Commercial Drive in Athens. The Lions Den offers 24/7 access to their ever-expanding equipment collection that includes treadmills and climbers, elliptical trainers, stationary bikes, loose weights and dumbbells, and over 45 different weight machines. Contact the Lions Den Gym about a membership today at 256-652-2627. Visit them online at lionsdengym.com or on Facebook, The Lions Den Gym, 256-652-2627. When things go wrong, State Farm is here to help life go right. And Agent Michael Howell is the one who can help get things back on track. See Michael for your auto, home, life, health, property, and business insurance, and be ready for those unexpected twists that life throws at you. Ask about banking and annuities, too. Call State Farm Agent Michael Howell at 232-5400. Visit him online at michaelhowell.net or go see him at 903 South Clinton Street in Athens. State Farm Agent Michael Howell. There when things go wrong, here to help life go right. If your place on the water needs some attention, call BP Riverworks. Boathouses, docks, seawalls, and repairs. Call Baron Pugh at 251-200-2273 or Tracer Pugh at 256-206-7097. BP Riverworks. Licensed and insured, 251-200-2273 or 256-206-7097.
Second 11 from the 31. Two receivers right, three left. Back to throw. He throws across the middle. Touchdown!
Join us this football season for Limestone County football, streamed right to your computer or mobile device on the Play Action Sports app. You can also hear it on your Amazon Echo by saying, Alexa, open Play Action Sports. Listen for the replay of select games Sunday afternoons on WKAC and download each game from the archives anytime you want. Also available on all major podcast platforms and in the podcast section of the Play Action Sports app. Limestone County football from Play Action Sports.
Hey, this is Joel Schrank of Elkmont High School. You're listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk.
And welcome back to Applebee's Tailgate Talk. We're live here at the Applebee's, corner of 72 and 65. And join us on the First National Bank hotline, making communities great. Had a bye week last night, or open game last night, so he's probably still been breaking down film with the next couple of opponents.
What do you mean? He had an off week.
I know, but still. You know, he's a coach. He's been breaking down film probably all week long. But join us on the First National Bank hotline, making communities great. It's Coach Cody Gross of the Athens Golden Eagles. Coach, how you doing, my man?
Doing good. Yeah, it was a good night to have off.
Yeah,
no doubt.
I told some of you coaches and I said at church, I said, boy, y'all picked the best week to be off.
Yeah, they got a little rough in places, look like.
Ooh, they're still drying out. Have you ever coached in something? Well, I know y'all had a game a couple years ago at home like that, but you ever played in something like that?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's been some. My first year playing high school football, it seemed like it rained about every week, and it was a lot of heavy rain. Sat out and watched some, and then I have coached in them. Yeah, I have, and some of them, thankfully, I was the offensive coordinator and I was in the press box.
Well, I've never coached in one. I have played in one or two, and I've certainly sat through more. And sitting through them is the worst to me. Just when you're just sitting there.
Through it. Yeah, sitting through it would be pretty bad. I coaching and playing. I mean, in the old days.
Oh, fun.
Well, now we're on turf about every week, but
true.
It's really, it's not as big a deal when you're on turf. Being on natural grass, it's a lot different because that stuff gets chewed up pretty good and get muddy and really, really slick.
Yeah.
But on turf, I really don't think it's as big a deal. I was just thinking as you were talking about it. When I was offensive coordinator at UNA, we were playing Delta State. I think this was in 15. I think it was 15. Yeah. And the first half, we threw for almost 350 yards in the first half, and it was it was like raining sideways. And we hit a couple of touchdowns back to back, and the O-line coach was on the headset with me and said, Coach, you realize how hard it's raining? I said, no, not at all. And if I would have known, I might not have been calling passes. But
oh man,
I was up there and I was dry and comfy and only chicken wings.
Oh man. Well, talking about turf, and we're talking about the weather. When there's a game on turf that's real wet, I mean, do you maintain the same cleats or anything, or do y'all try, or does it get a little slippery, not slick, but you know what I mean, like that the texture of the turf, does it hold pretty good, like a natural?
No, it holds really good.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it does. I mean, if you slide, you're going to slide.
Yeah, you're going to go.
But as far as as far as the footing, it's really good. It's about as sure as you're going to get.
That's
it just turns into keeping the ball dry. That's the biggest thing. And I don't know the validity of this, but Willie Slater, our offensive coordinator, I played for at UNA, and the quarterback coach, he used to say, if the ball's wet and your hands are wet, you're fine. And I've never really tried to test that too much. But he said, if the ball's wet and your hands are dry, it ain't good, and vice versa. But he said, if they're both dry, you're good, and if they're both wet, you're good.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, somebody can try that out.
Yeah.
I'm not 100% sure on that one. But
Yeah,
it is it is tough on the managers, in games like that, and how you going to handle it. And, you want to have some of that ball dry compound that you can put the ball in and dry it. And we try to use a bag from the lunchroom, one of those warmer bags to keep the balls in. And,
that's a good idea.
And all that. You try a lot of different ways to do that.
Because I know when me and Zach helped at East, we'd go down to the local Dollar General and buy up all the cat litter they had.
Cat litter, yeah.
And pour it in a bucket.
Yeah.
And keep the balls
Sop
in
it
it.
up.
Man, yeah.
I had a former quarterback of mine text me early in the week, and then I had a former assistant call me yesterday afternoon. Say, what do we need to do, to keep these dry? And I told the old quarterback about the ball dryness. If you don't have that, get some cat litter.
Yeah.
And he's like, really? I said, yeah. Do whatever you got to do. Try to get it there.
Rice seems to work for cell.
Yeah, rice works for cell phones.
Yeah. I need to try that. But I think sometimes sometimes you focus too much on that stuff, and you got to go play ball.
Yeah.
Obviously, you don't ball that's just soaking wet, but I know teams that have done. Homer Smith used to be the OC at Alabama, and a lot of places, and he was big on having a wet ball period in practice.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah.
He had managers with garbage cans full of water, and they would just dunk the balls in them and make them practice that way.
Because they do get heavier. They get heavier as the game goes on, and they have a different feel. Whether your hands are dry or wet, they just got a different feel.
And the other thing I think is you want to have, especially if you're playing on grass, you probably want to have take your practice cleats too. You want to have a couple pair of cleats, maybe change it at a time.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Several pair of socks, and that kind of thing. And I just, I think that's a big deal. I mean, now, if it's raining like crazy, they're going to get wet quick again.
Right.
But anyway, you look for every kind of little advantage you can get. The bottom line is you got to go play football. And I think it's important that you practice in the rain, and you don't just take it in the gym because it's raining.
Yeah.
You got to, because you're going to play in those elements.
So, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Finish up.
No, I just said at some point you're going to most likely play in those, and you need to try to be ready for it.
I talked to Gavin the other night, and he got to spend some time with you the other day. I guess y'all were having some old helmet and jersey sales.
Yeah.
And he was really happy about the time he got to spend with you. He said you were kind enough to show him through the new facility and everything. It's not quite done, correct? Or y'all's done as done? He told me you were basically like, we're moving in. Done or not,
but we're not. You are correct. It is not done, and it is kind of a sore subject.
I'm sure. I didn't mean to twist it there. But.
No, but we're really close. We really are.
That's good.
for those that don't know, we're moving in the old Athens Recreation Center and put a weight room in there 2 years ago. So the old gymnasium in that rec center, the whole thing is a weight room.
That's amazing. Amazing.
Which is, there's not a better one in the state than what we have. And then we've been working I've been working on about 6 months, renovating the rest of it. And we're turning the old racquetball courts into a locker room. We knocked the wall down between those 2 courts. So it'll be the locker room.
Oh, nice. That'll be plenty big then. I was wondering, I was like, well, there's that big wall there. So, okay, you knocked it down.
Yeah. So we got 99 lockers in there. And
he said they're beautiful. Gavin said it was beautiful.
Yeah, well, I appreciate it. It is, and we got a lot of help there, from the community. The school system handling construction, and we're handling putting everything in it. So football is. So we've had 70 people have sponsored a locker for $1,000.
Oh, that's great. That's
awesome. And they get their name on it, position, years they played, that kind of thing. And that's been, I think that's going to be a good legacy thing. And part of our tradition. And I want the ones who sponsor that locker to meet the ones who are sitting in that locker.
There you go.
And,
awesome.
You've got Feed the Eagles. You've got the A Club now. It sounds like they're getting really involved. And it takes all that to a school size of y'all, and you're going to get bigger. I mean, you're probably. We haven't talked about this, but do you think y'all are close enough to when the next whatever it's called goes out? You're going to go up to 7A, or is there?
I think there's a good chance. I really do. I think there's a good chance. If it's not next time, it'll be the next. Yeah. And a lot of that depends on some of those others. Decatur building a new school over there, kind of vocational. We'll probably knock Austin down to 6A if I was to wait on that. It might even knock Decatur down to 5A. I don't know, but Florence is always right there on the edge of 6A, 7A. So some of that has to do with these other schools and enrollment at those places. But our enrollment is going up every year. We're obviously headed in that direction. Yeah. It's just I'm not sure if it'll be in 26 or it'll be 28 when that happens. But we're going to try to be ready. Again, that's part of what we're doing in that locker room.
Well, exactly. And I mean,
we'll make sure that.
And good for y'all.
We'll make sure it's going to be big enough and. Good for our current ones, but also, and you can't totally plan for the future, but, we've got 99 lockers in there, and then we have the capability of adding, wind up adding about 36 more without tearing anything up.
Okay.
Without anything down. We've got a space in the middle that we can add, so we can get to 135 lockers, and you think, you'll never need that many. Well, you never know.
You never know.
You never know. You're right. What about office space?
It's going to be on the north end of the building where the cemetery department used to be.
Yeah. Okay.
And where I used to vote. The little league drafts were taking place back there.
Yeah.
That's where our dining room is for Feed the Eagle. It's where our players eat.
Okay. That's awesome.
And then we've got the office space. There's 3 smaller offices and 1 big one, and we'll reconfigure that a little bit. But right now, that's not part of the renovation. We're going to use those as is. Thing I talked our school system about was we want to take care of kids. I ain't worried about coaches. So
well, you need to go ahead and at least get your office like Kevin DeBoer's new office. At least spoil yourself a little bit, Coach.
I don't know about that. That ain't me. But no, we'll just kind of like I said, we have some space and we'll be able to utilize it. But it and that is the next phase. It's taking care of that. But like I said, we really want to take care of kids, and hopefully we can get hopefully state inspection is supposed to be this next week, and hopefully we can pass the inspection and hopefully we can get moved in.
Now, Coach, Coleman and Jasper played last night, a tight game. Did you get to watch any of it? So,
I have this morning. I didn't watch last night. I didn't go. I actually went to a wedding reception rehearsal. My wife is directing her best friend's daughter's wedding, so we went to a rehearsal dinner and ate a bunch of free food. Enjoyed that. I did keep up with the game. And had an assistant at the game, and I have watched the film this morning. Of course, it rained like crazy there as well, and Jasper was up 20-7 in the fourth, and Coleman scored with 59 seconds left, went for two, and went up 21-20, and then Jasper went down and had the ball about the 35, got up on the last play of the game, got an interference call, and then missed the field goal. So it got pretty exciting.
Sounds like it.
Now, watching Beyond the Lights Thursday night, Coleman gave y'all a game. That quarterback they got, well, he's quick. Y'all
Yeah, he is.
Y'all had a game on your hands, but luckily y'all pulled it out. But yeah, just watching that, he was quick.
Yeah, he hurt us running the ball a little bit. But again, our defense did a great job. You know, it was a game where we screwed us up on the goal line the first drive, and we didn't score, and then we had a touchdown call back and settled for a field goal. So we really had a chance to be at 14-0 early, and it was only 3-0.
Yeah.
And, led 10-0 at the half, and then went up 17-0, and then it was 17-7, and we went on a 9-minute drive in the beginning of the fourth quarter and kind of effectively ended the game with a touchdown. Although they did punch one in, and we had to recover an onside kick. That 9-minute drive was really, really big, and you know, it was a game where we honestly had a chance to. We gave up a couple of big screens, and we didn't do that, and we don't get a touchdown call back, and we score on that first drive. I'm not an idiot, and we're sitting there, and we've got a chance to honestly that game possibly be 35-0.
So
it sounds crazy, but you know, but if ifs and buts, candy nuts, we'd all have a Merry Christmas.
That's right.
So were you wanting Brogan to go over the top? Is that what you were calling over the top?
Well, it's kind of, you know, one of those where they're so low.
Yeah.
And you know, being inside the one, they could jump up and stick the ball over the goal line.
Right.
You know, all they do is cross the plane. But they did a good job sending their Mike linebacker over the top.
Yeah.
So they handled it. Yeah, they did a really good job. Like I said, that was a stupid idea on my part that I thought was going to be brilliant, and you know, just proved again I'm a moron. So players bailed us out, and they have to do that sometimes.
That's all right.
Hey, Andy Mine, what a player, dude. He made a big catch there to get that first down to end the game. What a great player.
Yeah, he is. He had a good catch on the same play. First drive of the game, we had a third down, and he got it and got us about a 35-yard gain, and then was able to make a guy miss, and that was really just individual effort to get that done, and that was a huge part of the game. So really proud of Demian. He's a very intelligent kid, and is working hard and picking up the things that we're doing. So expect to see bigger things out of him going forward.
He came to y'all from Tanner, right?
Yeah, and he grew up here.
Okay.
He was here his whole life, and came back this year.
Now, how long have you used this TPW? Ever since you started coaching, or where did that come from?
No, we started that really year two. Started with Sam Graham. It was an old roommate from college, and on my first staff here in 2016, and Sam had to retire because he had MS. And one day on the old weight room board, he wrote TPW up there, and he said, y'all know what that stands for? And of course, nobody did, including me. And he says, tough people win. And, here's a guy whose body is failing him.
Yeah.
And he's there working every day and just, being the example of being tough. And he talked to our kids about, tough people don't just win on the football field, and they don't just win on the squat rack. They win in math class. They win in marriage. In all areas of life, tough people win. So, as Sam retired, had to medically retire, and was not on that next staff, I loved that. I loved what he was talking about. And we just kind of went with it. And, we just kind of kept it every year. Used to I'd have a different theme every year. The other places I've been, and I thought, that's what I just want our kind of our standard to be. That's what I want us to be about. Yeah. And so, and again, it's just physical toughness, it's mental toughness, it's spiritual toughness, it's a lot of things there, and really it's about life. So hopefully that's something. And it's also kind of a way to honor Sam. And we've got that on the back of our shirt every year. And, you know, we got Tough People Win on the wall. And
you've got it tattooed on your shoulder, too, right? That's what I heard. I've never seen it.
Yeah. I guess if I was a tattoo guy, I probably would. Folks would love that, wouldn't they?
I know Karen would too.
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's a great way to honor him, and it's true, and it does apply to so much more. It applies to life, not just football or athletics, but you know, in the classroom, at work, you know. And
it was funny because Scotty Walden, who's now the head coach at UTEP, at one time head coach at Austin Peay, and when he came to my office, he was the receiver coach at Southern Miss. He was actually coaching Quez Wyken, and he talked to me. He saw a helmet on the back, on the front of our helmet. We had the little TPW sticker, and he said, "Oh, you big Randy Jackson guy, huh?" And I said, "What are you talking about?" And I think about the guy on one of those TV shows
American
or whatever.
Idol.
Yeah, and he's Scotty's from Texas. He said, "No, it's a high school coach from Texas. It's kind of his deal, TPW." I said, "I ain't never heard of the guy." And then I got his book. Read a couple of his books. He wrote a book, Culture Defeats Strategy. And anyway, I got to looking at his, and that was one of his mottos. That was kind of their motto. And so no, I can't. Sam Gray. Now I don't know if Sam took it from him, but anyway, as I read his books, I was like, man, we do a lot of the things, almost all the things that he talks about in his book. We do them, but he's a little more intentional about some of them. So it kind of helped me be more intentional in some areas, and you know, always trying to learn. But yeah, TPW comes from Sam, and like I said, we're in our 8th year of using that as our motto.
Can't beat it.
When I walked in the station the other day, and I see this little mini Athens High helmet sitting there on the counter. Is that something that people can get, or
yeah, and I don't know the best way. Jason DeMint is the one who makes those and sells those, and he's got a business called Hobo's Helmets. You know, Jason DeMint's the one everybody knows him as Hobo, but the business is Hobo's Helmets.
Okay,
and he does them for people all over the country. And actually, in our new facility, we're going to have it basically an encased. It's not a trophy case, but it will be encased. We're going to have the 20 different helmet styles that Athens has worn in our history.
That's cool.
And we'll have those mini helmets there encased with a can light on it, and it'll have the years that those helmets were worn.
Very cool. Oh. Yeah, Gavin was talking a little bit about that the other day.
Now, aren't y'all doing like opponents' helmets? Y'all knock them down as you win? I noticed that on the show.
That was kind of Hobo's deal. And I got this from Randy Jackson reading that book. He put a mannequin. He had a mannequin in their locker room, and he put a plain jersey on it, just like a white jersey with black number and black, and then black. It said in the chest, it said next. Oh, okay. So he said, "Look, it doesn't matter. Don't look at the logo and the team we're playing. Doesn't matter who we're playing. Right. It's they're next.
They're next.
And the way I say it, our guys is they're the next unlucky folks that's got to play the Golden Eagles. I mean, they're just they drew the short straw. So they got to play us, and I tell them it doesn't matter if we're playing the New England Patriots or the North Florence Blue Team. We got to show up ready to play. And of course, Hobo's made me a helmet that's got NF and blue on it for the North Florence Blue Team. That was just so he loves making those helmets. But,
that's cool.
But yeah, so what we do is we've got basically a little pyramid-looking wooden structure on our wall, and first game of the year, the only thing that's on there is that helmet that says next. And then when we win, Hobo has a helmet of our opponent, and we'll have a player that'll place the helmet there like a conquered foe, and then next gets moved on to one space. And that's good when you're winning. We've had a couple of years with a whole bunch of blank spots up there. So you don't want blank spots on that wall, but sometimes that happens.
No.
Well, Coach, we appreciate you joining us, spending a little time there, getting to talk to you about different things, and good luck against Good luck against Coach Reeves and them Vikings from Jasper. It's going to be a tough one. We got them.
It will. David Reeves and I coached together on Coach Creasy's staff here in 03 and 04, and he was on Coach Creasy's staff from 2000 to 2004.
Yeah.
And then, went on and
UAB.
And he's been a lot of places, but was a great defense coordinator at UAB and, one of the better ones in the country in Division I. And his son's played at Athens. And, so we go way back. David does a tremendous job. He's always been a great football coach, and he's building that program there at Jasper, and we'll definitely have our hands full.
And we wish you the best of luck.
Yeah, be rooting for you.
Everybody tune in to Greg and Chris and Coach Creasy calling the call, WKAC. And Coach, good luck, and we'll talk to you soon.
All right. Thank you, man.
All right, man.
Y'all.
Take care, buddy.
That's Coach Cody Gross of the Athens High School Golden Eagles. Well, Todd, our time has run out. Enjoyed it, man.
Yeah,
Tom, if you're listening on the way down to Auburn, be safe, brother, and we'll talk to you soon as well. So for producer extraordinary Tim Lambert, the talent Todd DeBod, I am Tojo J. Besser saying so long, and we'll talk to you next week.
You've been listening to Applebee's Tailgate Talk, live from Applebee's Neighborhood Grill on Highway 72 East in Athens, just off I-65. You can hear the archive of this and other shows online at tailgatetalk.net. Applebee's Tailgate Talk is a production of Play Action Sports on 1080 WKAC.